Hey everyone, it's release day. I just want to say really big thanks to Cujo Matty and Rate Sports for all the work they put in. All the little details that we love about NFL 2K5 are going to be even better with the texture refreshment that we've done in this version. So, for anyone that has the open beta already installed, what you're going to want to do is just right click to get to your install directory for that. And then you're going to want to make a copy of your PCSX2 INI file. So just copy that out anywhere, put it on your desktop for now. And then go ahead and install the full installer and just go through the setup prompts. You're going to want to accept this, click next. Next, it will recognize that there's already an installation, so just leave it, click next, and then install. Let it finish out. And then when it's done, you're going to want to open up the emulator directory one more time, and you're going to move back that PCSX2 INI file and overwrite it in the INIS folder. Then you're going to want to open up the GME tool at least once so that it'll correct the path, and then you're ready to play. For all new players and first time setup, you're going to want to go ahead and just download and launch the setup.exe file. As a reminder, because of copyright and other, you're going to need to provide your own PS2 BIOS as well as game disk ISO. These won't be provided for you, so accept that. Next, here you're going to browse to where you want this installed on your machine. I like to put it on my C drive. Click next, and then make sure you enable desktop shortcuts. Next, and then go ahead and install this. Once the installation completes, I want to check this not to launch it. Go ahead and finish that. You're going to want to have that BIOS in there first. But first thing, let's go ahead and launch the GME utility. You want to run it at least once so it sets that file path for us. You can close that, right click, and go to the installation directory. And here you can add your BIOS. You can put the game disk ISO in the ISOs directory if you want to keep it all together. It's really up to you. And then launch it. And then here we'll go into settings, game list, and we're going to browse to the path where our ISOs live. And then select that folder, say yes, it'll import that game ISO, and then for graphics you're going to want to change this to set it to whatever your hardware is. And then next we can go ahead and create that vhdd, which is where some people get stuck. So enable this here, and you want to explore or browse. You want to browse to the directory. I always put it in the vhdd folder here, and then click create. And I like to keep it in the vhd inside the build just to keep everything together, but you don't have to do that. So once that's finished, we can go ahead and close that out of settings, and we're going to fast boot the ULE438. Once that comes up, we're going to press circle to get into file browser, go down to miscellaneous, we're going to go to HDD manager, and then once this pops up, we're going to hit R1 on the trigger, and then we're going to say format, say OK. Once that finishes, we can just shut that down. That's all there is for first time setup and new players. You're ready to play. Next, we're going to take a look at the included roster file, which was created by JSK and Cujo Matty. Big thanks to them for collaborating on this. So if you want, you can go ahead and load that roster file and just play, or if you want to go ahead and give the settings that I play with a shot, you can go ahead and load set 0 after you load the roster, and then you can see how that plays for you. Next, we'll take a look at the GME tool and how to load some of the packages. So by default this year with the release, it's going to be PlayStation buttons because it is the PlayStation version of the game. So we did include also Xbox controller button support as well as Stadia. So if you were interested in using those controller buttons, you can go ahead and load those through the utility. And if you already have the game running and you want to load them, you would have to just go into your settings, graphics, advanced, and then disable and re-enable the textures so that they display properly for you. And you can see some of that here. Just remember, if you're going to continue using the default, you can go ahead and just load the default for the broadcast. And if you wanted to use Xbox or Stadia, you just have to go ahead and load as well the broadcast package for those. And when it prompts you, just say yes to overwrite and you're good to go. Because this is being released with the Qt in development emulator and you want to keep up to date with what the developers put out, you can go into interface and settings and you can check for updates. And then if there's an update you want to apply, you can just go ahead and download and it will apply that for you. So when you relaunch it, you'll be running that version. If you're done playing and want to remove it from your machine, you can just go to the installation directory for it, and inside there you will find an uninstall exe. You launch that and it will remove everything except for some directory files. So once that's completely removed and the uninstallation is complete, you just have to delete that main directory folder. and then that's it. It's gone. Thanks for watching the video. I hope it helps everyone out. Really big thanks to Cujo, Maddie, and Race Sports for all the work they put into this. We appreciate the continued support, enthusiasm, and we really hope that this mod lasts you for years to come. Enjoy, everyone.